Mic check 1 2 1 2. Bear with me for just a moment while I notify my social media that I'm live on my other social media. Because I still can't figure out quite. I know with X I have to pay so that I can be a business account. And I will once I get the money. Once I get the revenue, I will do that. And I think their price is fair. But having no revenue to the business right now, I cannot do that. I cannot afford it right now. So the platforms that I have for my business account, for my video business, I have to actually post on there. I think X is really the only one. Snapchat and TikTok. TikTok I still have yet to figure out, but yeah. Okay. Oh, my stream is going good so far. I just got it started actually, so I am currently just making sure that I am properly notifying everyone. Let's see, I've got Twitch, Tik, YouTube, Facebook. And I think that'll about cover it. Okay. Now I can actually get down to brass tacks, and okay, so in this particular case, what I've got here, and I honestly don't know, because everything else I was trying, everything else I was experimenting with wasn't really working the way I was wanting to make it work, right? So far, what I've got here is I wound up actually having to chop up the footage from the full podcast that I did. That was, I think it was 2 hours long, something like that. Hour and a half. Dear God, I didn't think it was that short. Okay, well, anyway, I went through that entire podcast. I chopped up and trimmed everything. Basically, I created the points that I wanted to make. I created the shorts that I wanted to make based off of just the different topics that I was talking about. And I knew that I wanted to have it be, I knew that I needed to put a little bit of extra spice into the edit, and it was just time for me to upgrade my editing, sharpen my skills, make it a little bit more eye-catching in a sense. And this is by no means the a stretch or anything like that. I mean, it's a stretch for me because I don't really know how to do what I actually have in my head, but this is miles further ahead than what I was previously doing, which if you look at my actually, here, I'll just go ahead and show it real fast. Give me just a second. But no, if Okay, so a video like this where I have an intro filter and I have an outro, an intro effect and an outro effect, but it's literally just that I took the effect and just applied it to the footage, and that was pretty much it. And I did that for the simplicity's sake of it, because I just wanted to pour content out. And I thought, well, eventually I'll be able to just actually work on pouring out better content. It took me a while to realize, I can't just work on creating better content, work on better editing skills, figure out how certain other tools work without first of all taking a step back from just creating what I'm already doing, because it just doesn't work that way. But this is what I had to work with. Right, so it's the intro and then the outro, of course. And it was just like this, and sometimes I would switch to just my camera, which I don't even see it yet. Okay. Yeah, and it's one of those things that there's some examples in here somewhere, I know damn good and well there are, where there are times where I switched from just screen recording to actually me and the camera, or me and the screen, versus just my camera, right? So in those instances, I went ahead and applied the same transition effect that you see, the swipe up and down. I went ahead and applied that to the transition between screen recording and me to just me or just the screen, whatever it was like that. So, and now what I'm looking to do is something more like this, where it's actually showing like there's actually stuff going on still, even if it's a stagnant it's a very static image, and you can still see my cursor moving around right there like that, or something like this where I start out right here like that. I guess you really can't read it that well. Holy shit, I didn't do that well. Okay, note to self for now, actually. That's not very readable. So, yeah, I will 100%... Apparently I've got to go through some of the comments on this video, but not right now. I will do that later. But at any rate, so what I'm going to do here is I went ahead and already chopped up the remaining podcast that I wanted to. And so now, if I remember how to do this correctly, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a pause for a moment and go ahead and check out some of those comments. I didn't realize that I had those comments on there because honestly I'm just not logged into that TikTok account on that phone. I need to switch accounts, so bear with me here for just a second while I do this off camera. Apparently it was nothing. It really actually was nothing, but whatever. At any rate, okay, so I will go ahead and just continue on with what I was talking about. And okay, so the best way I've found so far how to get this effect, the most efficient way to get this effect, rather, I should say, is that basically I have to go through these clips like that, and I've actually got to go through a process where I am I take the clip. I've got it trimmed up like down here. I've got it trimmed up like this, and it had this video on top of it. It didn't have the fusion comp. So basically what I've had to do is I've had to take this and just chop it up to where it's approximately a minute long, like that. And what I had to do after that was I actually had to go ahead and crop it, zoom out, basically just to make sure that my camera footage, my webcam footage, doesn't get into the frame. Render and export that out. Go back and then re-crop, zoom, and position it so that the screen doesn't get in the frame, just the camera. Export, and render, export, and then go back here again. Delete that, delete the footage, keep the audio, and then make sure that the fusion comp is timed out all the way to with the track. Now what I'll do is, because of the fact that now I've got, so basically now I've got this and I've got that. Okay. So now what I've got to do is I'll have to go into Fusion, and assuming that it's this one and this one, I'll go ahead and drag both of these down onto here, delete the merge, and if I remember correctly, what I'm actually going to want to do is, I don't remember correctly, I'm not remembering. And this is why I usually just go ahead. This is why I live stream. This is that way. To be honest, I was whenever I first got started live streaming, my editing sessions, I was also recording it because honestly, I just don't trust YouTube or really any platform to actually keep my content up. Because I know I've got music in the background and I've never been able to make heads or tails of when all of a sudden the track that I've always used is going to be flagged in there for my video taken down. So I would always record my live streams right to my hard drive. But the problem with that now is that I'm down to my last 2 terabytes. So out of a 10 terabyte hard drive. So but this is why I record my editing sessions, so that way I can actually have something to refer to, and it helps to, obviously, if I do it enough times, if I do this enough times, I won't have any trouble remembering. I'm just going to be on it like that. But yeah, and in this particular case, I wasn't quite remembering because I haven't done it enough times. This time around, tonight, I'm going to do this at least twice. But, yeah, no. And I'll probably mess around a little bit more after the stream, just for the sake of messing around. But, yeah, no. This is why I am live streaming my editing sessions, and it's so that I can have something to refer to that is a good memory jogger for me. Let's see here real fast. Okay, media in 1, media in 2. Let's. I want to go here. Okay. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay, and this is the part where I'm actually going to turn off my microphone. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, of course. I want this live stream to be just a space where people are not only seasoned in Davinci Resolve, but also willing to ask questions about Davinci Resolve. So at any rate, I'm going to turn off my mic. Whenever I see a comment pop up, I will address it, but other than that, I'm going to basically shut up and just allow you as the viewer to enjoy the work music along with the editing that I am doing. So.
this world has room for everyone. The good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful.
you are interesting and have wonderful things about you. But looking at you in the street, you all look so much the same. Try and express yourselves better. Express yourselves better.
That's actually one thing that I honestly think that I've got a real, like, I am super proud of my PC, and I think that I thought that it was like, you know, super high end or whatever like that, because I spent like almost $3,000 on it. But then as it turns out, you can spend damn near that same amount on a graphics card alone. And so yeah, plus the fact that I'm not sure if I've really got enough fans in this thing with how warm it is right now, and the fact that I have no air conditioning. I have air movement throughout my apartment, but my apartment is how warm is it even here? I don't know. But you know, it's pretty toasty right now. Actually, hold on. I can actually double check how warm it is in my apartment right now. Yikes. It is currently 86.1 degrees Fahrenheit. Holy, it is toasty up in here. But at any rate, and yes, I'm live streaming from my PC, from my business account on Twitch, and I'm also Twitch and Kick, but then I'm also simultaneously watching my live stream on my personal smartphone. So just to make sure, it looks like it's done. Look at that. Look at that. So smooth. Wow, I look grainy as hell. That's kind of why... Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. I wondered if my camera was too small down here. But look at that. That is super smooth. Once I get this down pat as to where I remember, once I get this down so that I remember without having to look it up, just this part here alone, just this part right here alone is the main part that I struggle to remember exactly how it's supposed to go down. Once I get this part right, remember exactly how everything is supposed to be plugged in whenever I have media in, image plane, different things like that. Where the camera 3D render is supposed to go, where the where the camera 3D is supposed to go, merge into plug in rather to 3D merge 3D, and then render 3D out to media out. Once I remember that combination, how that's supposed to go down, what all is supposed to be plugged into what, because over here I'm totally fine. And also over here I'm totally fine. I'm in my element. This is still fairly new for me. And do I really have to say that I'm fine here too? Like, this is in my element too? I mean, come on. There are some ways that I'm still new to Davinci Resolve. This is not one of them. The cut page, the edit page. That's the cut page. Okay. Yeah. So the edit page is not something I'm that new to Davinci Resolve with. Fusion. I want to say that I am getting better. I'm very confident with it, but I believe that I still have a ways to go, and especially not even just with knowing how this works, with all these different buttons and everything like that, but also remembering what tools do what. So it's taken me a while to get here. It's taken me a while to get to a spot where I was able to animate my own logo, right? Where I was able to create my own logo finally. It took me a while to even get to there. You know, so the fact that I've come this far right here, making 3D animation art essentially out of static videos like this, I'm proud of myself for it, and I will continue to push the boundaries more. I know there's going to be more that I can do. For example, like, I'm still not 100% sure how to crop these so that, you know, I don't get the black background, or make it so that, you know, I get a little bit more colorful gradient background. Make it so that, you know, there's some more, just make it busier without it being overly stimulating, you know, especially since with this type of a podcast here, I am literally just a talking head and shoulders, right? I'm a talking head and shoulders. I'm reading articles. Sometimes I'm watching videos, but for the most part, like, there's not a whole hell of a lot that I can do. I don't think anything about this is in 4K or anything like that. But the graininess to my camera in here is why I was debating, you know, how much of this right here do I show as much as I possibly can, in which case I'm just a little tiny itty bitty down here. Do I blow it up, and if I need to do some work down in here, then I can just, you know, turn that off and have me not even there, and then whenever I'm done over here, I come up here and forget to turn me back on. I don't know. Let me know what you think, but other than that, I am proud of, you know, what I've made here so far, and obviously, you know, I'm going to make sure to make a note of how grainy this gets whenever I make me so tiny and then try to blow it up, because that's what happened, was that I made me so tiny right over here, and then I tried to blow it up in here. That doesn't work. Rather specifically, you know, to zoom in it, you know, pan, dolly in and out with the virtual camera right here. So yeah, but at any rate, lesson learned. So, but no, what I was saying earlier was that, you know, I spent nearly $3,000 on my PC, getting the components for it and everything like that. And, you know, I'm super proud of it and everything like that. I'm super proud of, you know, just me taking the plunge into PC world as opposed to Apple world. Not that there's anything wrong with them or anything like that. It's just not me. It's not who I am. I'm a tech and an artist, right? I'm not just an artist. I have a passion for creating, right? And, you know, don't get me wrong, I love video editing, I do, and I hope I maintain this love for until I'm 6 feet under. But it's all software based. I have wanted some hardware, and I guess in some ways that's to kind of compensate for the fact that I don't have a nicer camera and nicer camera rig. But at the end of the day, like, if I'm going to be live streaming and doing video editing and everything like that, like, I want my PC to be my PC, right? I don't want it to be what the manufacturer of the whole PC thinks that I want, right? I'm itching to get rid of Windows, in all honesty, and jump into Linux. I know it's going to be a train wreck of a ride, but Windows has done piss me off enough as to where I cannot even upgrade Chrome, right? I cannot even upgrade Chrome right now, the Chrome browser on my PC. And not to mention how much trash Windows just puts on their PC like that without, you know, it's not even the AI garbage, right? It's not even that. It's the idea of how much bloatware is on it comes with every update, you know. There's so much that it's not benefiting me. It's actually hurting my performance, which is probably part of the reason why it is that rendering, you know, this stuff here, exporting it right here takes so freaking long. I'm just saying it's got to be a factor. I don't believe that it's not at least a factor. But at the end of the day, I'm not just a creative artist. I'm also a tech, right? And that means that a lot of the stuff I've got to take into my own hands. Otherwise, I leave it to Apple, or I leave it to Windows, or I leave it to whoever, you know. And whenever a company does something I don't like, I gotta be prepared to jump ship. And lately, I've been keeping up with what Windows has been doing, and I have not been liking it. You know, I'm not liking how many backdoors there are. I'm not liking the fact that, you know, Windows is so restrictive as to what you can do with it and everything like that. Like, you know, they're too enterprise for me, if that makes sense. They're too industrial for me. They're too, and in some ways, they're actually too user-friendly for me. You know, they're getting to a point as to where, freaking, one of the most basic of things, one of the most basic complaints that I have is, why is it that I haven't seen this yet myself? I've seen other people have this problem in the past, as to where they wind up seeing ads on their lock screen before they even log into their machine. Like, no. Okay, fine. You took away the paid subscription model for Windows. I didn't think about it at the time, and since I've come to realize what the hell that meant now, it meant that they were giving you the operating system for free so that you could get ads, so that way they can make ad revenue. Shit. I mean, if I had the money for it, I would gladly pay Reddit so that it would take off the ads. And with my PC right now, it's really just the fact that I've got to get this done so that I can fool around with Linux and figure out how to get Davinci Resolve to work with Linux. I've seen a few videos on it. It looks like it's going to not be so straightforward, but it's a learning curve like anything else is, right? And in honesty, if I'm gonna call myself a tech, I'd better know something about Linux. Otherwise, I'm just one of the many that's settled on Windows because that's what I'm used to. I don't want to fall into that trap. I don't. I've seen what happens when people fall into the trap of comfortability, and then all of a sudden a company does something that you don't like numerous times over, mind you, several times over and over again, and it just sucks, you know. So with Linux having over 600 different versions, distributions, whatever you want to call them, it doesn't make any sense to just stay with one if one suddenly does stuff that you don't like, you know. So it's gonna suck for a little while, and especially since I just started learning 3D animation like this with Davinci Resolve, I'm also gonna wind up having to learn a whole different operating system. And this is just one of the many ways that you know, it's hindering my ability to learn Davinci Resolve as much as I possibly can. But on the other hand, the trade-off is that I learn a whole new operating system, and I'm up for it. absolutely, why should I not be up for that? Why should I not expand my horizons, expand my knowledge as far wide and deep as I possibly can? So, at any rate, I'm going to stop ranting and continue on with this right here. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to go ahead and, since I've got that video done, I need to get these two right here done. So I'm going to go ahead and just reinforce myself. Oh, wait, I didn't even... Hold on. Let me bring all that back here real fast. I'll go ahead and give the best view that I possibly can. Just my screen alone. Watch this. Like I said earlier, I want to do this enough times as to where I don't have to refer to anything to remember how to do it. I just know how to do it automatically. Watch this. Ready for this? Best view. Delete. Because of the fact that I'm done with that video. Yes, I'm doing the same thing all over again. But I want to reiterate myself. I need the repetitiveness right now. So, that in mind. Okay, let me double check. Aha. There we go. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I also went ahead and I had well. I kind of had this video up here that obviously from one of my previous live streams that kind of gave me the cheat sheet, but okay, nope, I'm not gonna need that anymore. I don't wanna have to keep on referring to that, but okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my microphone off now. just as a quick note, you saw me crack my back just now if you're watching, or rather my neck. Oh my god, the only reason why you did not hear that, and keep in mind, you know, it doesn't take much for this microphone to not pick up my voice like that. If I just pull back a little bit like that, then you're not going to be able to hear me at all, hardly. But I guarantee, even with it down there like that, you would have been able to hear that crack. Oh my god, it was so big. After this, I'm probably going to go... I'm probably going to take a walk, because I probably need to walk. I've been sitting in my chair for way too long, and I was sitting in my chair for at least an hour prior to going live, and I've been live for how long now? Hour and a half? Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Anyway, I'm going to get back to you. There was apparently a very important step that I missed there, and that's the reason why all of a sudden whenever I switched over from Fusion tab to Edit tab and then back over to Fusion tab again, nothing was there. That was because of the fact that I was editing all that animation just then. I was editing, I put in those, what are called nodes. I put in all those nodes and connected them all and started adding keyframes into damn it. I started adding all those keyframes and everything like that into no Fusion composition, which I needed to have in the track anyway. Oops. I'm not liking what I'm seeing right here. I'm not liking the fact that it's flashing like that. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to re-chop up the original footage, but it looks like I may have to. I don't know yet, because that little bit at the end that I wanted to put in audibly is technically longer than what the other two video tracks are. So I'm not sure if that's what's screwing it up. I was afraid of that, but I was hopeful that that wouldn't be the case. It looks like it might be the case, though. I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Yep, that doesn't look promising. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna try this one more time to make sure I didn't miss a step, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to wind up actually re-editing, chopping that original podcast clip. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna have to wind up. I'm gonna wind up having to re-edit that clip and then just to make sure that I don't cut off that tail end of it. After that, that will actually be me done with editing until Sunday. So, yeah, I have given myself that little bit of extra time so that I can get my PC switched over from Windows to Linux, and I know that's going to take a while. So, yeah. Regardless, I'm still aiming for my podcast on my other channel to be on time. And beyond that, I will be signing off tonight. So, see ya.